Haka Sien Kaba Nyngkong in Pynialehkai ka Durand Cup ha Shillong kilai teliki trophy jongka shi spotlight phulai Indian All Durand Cup 8,800 kilawan poi Nongbah Shillong ha ka bala play pai ba da umentri rangba ka jilla ukonrat sangma ha ka jing dan lang umentri bade pe yakatanat sports uba shakriyar warjari ki he shipai ki he officer ka sarkar jilla ki dekhot ka MFA bat ki we ya kani ka lumpong Pynialehkai Ansdang haka artarik unailar 8,800 haka baka Shillong lajong FC Kanyale persya ikatri bhuvan Army FC.
Just pushing the ball away under pressure. Shot!
About legacy.
The tournament has had the blessings and intimate association of the Supreme Commander of our armed forces ever since our independence, fueling the national sporting consciousness of our nation. The armed forces have been the custodian of this passion and legacy with unmatched professionalism and dedication. In particular, since 2019, for the last 5 years, the Eastern Command of the Indian Army, in charge of organizing on behalf of the three services and DFTS, has taken this tournament to envious heights, making it one of the most iconic sporting events in the whole of the subcontinent today. And this year, Durand goes multi-city for the first time in 4 states, expanding its footprints at Kolkata in West Bengal, Jamshedpur in Jharkhand, Kokrajhar in Assam, and Shillong in Meghalaya. 24 teams in 6 groups, all top of the line, from India and neighboring countries, will battle it out for the top honors, connecting the farthest corners across the subcontinent in bonhomie and camaraderie. Passion, legacy, unforgettable moments, incredible goals, thrilling finishes, grit and glory, determination and sportsmanship. Celebrating the beautiful game.
Durand Cup एक इमोशन है, 140 करोड़ देशवासियों का पैशन, एक जज्बा है, हमारे जाबाज आर्म फोर्सेस का जुनून है, इंडिया की प्राइड, इंडिया का फुटबॉल. Many champions, one legacy.
Indian Oil Durand Cup 2024, powered by Coal India. Many champions, one legacy.
Thank you so much, Air Marshal S.P. Park.
And as was informed to you by our respected sports minister, that sports has been at the center of the policies and the programs that this government has been trying to work towards in the last 6 years. And that is why you've seen that in the last 6 years, huge amount of investment has been made in sports. For us, as a government, we have always focused on what we call a stakeholder approach in terms of development and policy making, which means we don't focus on schemes, but we focus on the beneficiary and the stakeholder for who the scheme is meant. Which means that rather than looking at the implementation of a scheme or a program, it is more important for us that what is the outcome of that scheme to that beneficiary and the stakeholder for whom this particular scheme is meant. And that change in the mindset of how we as a government look at when it comes to development and comes to stakeholder approach programs, it completely changes the dynamics of how you perform. Because now the youth is at the center of what we do. The schemes are revolving around it. The programs are revolving around you, which is the youth of our state. And hence, when we realized that we need to work towards ensuring that the youth require the support in sports, a lot of programs started coming out. You'll be happy to know that in the last 6 years, we have committed close to 1,000 crores in terms of infrastructure investment, in terms of stadiums and different sports infrastructures in the state in the last 6 years. This is almost close to 40% of what has been spent in the last 50 years. Therefore, a huge impetus and huge stress is laid on sports and the infrastructure as a whole. It's not just the sports infrastructure, but also we realize that the soft part of it, which means the different support we give to organizations, to different associations, to the MFA, and to different tournaments, is also equally important. And hence, in the last 6 years, different programs like the Meghalaya Games, which has happened only 5 times in the history of our state, just 5 times. That means in the years 52, 53 years of our statehood, Meghalaya Games was hosted only 5 times. And out of these 5 times, 3 of them were in the last 6 years of this government. In the middle, we had COVID. Otherwise, we intended to have it every year. And now the government has made a decision that the Meghalaya Games will be held every year. And every year we will change the location in terms of the regions or the districts where we will be hosting it, so that we can create the infrastructures in those areas, leave the legacy behind for the youth to be able to utilize it, and more importantly, be able to allow our youth to move across in different parts of our region, experience the different cultures, see different parts of the state, interact with each other, and make sure that it's not just a sports tournament or a Meghalaya Games, but goes much, much far beyond that.
Longevity and heritage. Started in 1888, the 134-year-old legacy tournament is all set to get more thrilling as services team from our friendly neighbor Nepal and Bangladesh also compete in this year's edition. The reach of the Durand Cup in the northeast has been expanded, and the legend of Durand this year has been brought to Shillong, the beautiful picturesque capital of the state of Meghalaya, for the first time. This, I am sure, will give a fillip to the budding footballers of Meghalaya to excel and bring laurels for the state in times to come. In 133rd Durand Cup edition, we shall have 4 teams participating. Our own Shillong Lejong, Hyderabad Football Club, Goa Football Club, and Tribhuvan Army Football Club. The inaugural match shall be held at Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium between Shillong Lejong and Tribhuvan Army Football Club on 2nd August at 4 p.m. You all must etch this date in your minds, as the spectacular inaugural ceremony will commence from 2 p.m. onwards and will be a treat to witness with Air Force display teams, dance and musical extravaganza. I am confident that our local populace is going to have a great time on this day. I wish the magnificent trophies a great tour through various districts of Meghalaya and an enjoyable journey from here on till they finally reach Calcutta. Before I end, I must also place on record the contribution of our sponsors and our event manager, the
Thank you.